Hey, David, how are you?
Hey Pierre, I'm good.
It's good to see you. I want to thank you for taking time to do this with me. I appreciate it. The first thing I want to tell people is a little bit about how I met David. So I ended up spending 14 months in Vietnam. I flew in on an internet visa for 90 days. I was going to have a great time. And then, of course, COVID showed up. So at that point, I was going to be in Vietnam a while. And I was kind of stuck and kind of wanted to stay. And eventually my visa was going to run out, and there was a lot of confusion, of course, surrounding COVID, and I didn't know the language, so sometimes it was hard to get information. And I ended up talking to a number of agents. And let me just explain, in Vietnam, there's an immigration agency like most countries, but generally in Vietnam, you're going to interact with an agent, not directly with the government office. Now, why is that? Well, it's a good program because the government is actually helping create and share business with the private sector, right? So people can have agency businesses. It's also helpful to you as a visitor because you have someone like David, hopefully, who's knowledgeable and speaks excellent English, and you can get your questions answered, which we all know in every country you live in, when you go to a government office, you may or may not get help. So I went through a few agents. Some of which were downright dishonest because I did the old trick of, ask a question that you know the answer to. And then when they don't give you the answer, they're not telling the truth. I went to some that were just okay. But overall, I was left with confusion and uncertainty. One of the things that's really helpful when you travel out like I do is to join Facebook expat pages in countries or cities you're visiting. So I joined one called Vietnam Visa, and it was populated by people with questions and visa agents from Vietnam. And so I was trying to figure out my situation, scrolling through, what do I do? And I came across this guy, David Tran, who seemed to have really sensible answers. And then I noticed several people piped up and was like, David's great. David's the best. And I thought, oh, yeah, sure. But I'll give him a call and try. So I called him. We spoke right away. He's based in Da Nang, which is in central Vietnam, third or fourth largest city. I was in Dalat to the south, a mountain city. But David was coming to Dalat because it's a vacation area, whether you're a foreigner or whether you're a native Vietnamese. So we arranged to have dinner together. And I invited a couple of other Americans I knew that also had their own visa problems. And I said, hey, I found this guy. I think he's really sharp. I'm having dinner with him. You should come and learn. And of course, being my friends, they were like, yeah, sure, Pierre. You think you know everything. You think this guy's great, whatever. But yeah, we're going to a nice place, German house in Dalat. We'll come along. So we went along and we met David, and he lived up to all expectations. And my friends who were skeptics to begin with were like, oh man, you're right. That guy's like really knows his stuff. So that's a little bit about how I met David. Hey, well, I hope you liked this video and that you found it informative. So do me a favor, hey, like, share, and subscribe, and then there'll be more. Thanks all. Bye.